Girlies, welcome back to the Girlies Club podcast. I'm Daisy.
And I'm Nadine.
And we have a special guest here.
Mama.
Yo mama.
It's your mama.
Yo
Tu
mama.
madre for all the Latinos out there.
And this is a... if you couldn't tell with our blankets, this is a spooky session.
Got my spooky shirt.
Yeah, she has a spooky sweater. She has a spooky sweater. And I have a spooky shirt.
Can you see it? And we have a spooky background.
Yeah, spooky background, spooky vibes all around.
Yeah.
And we brought Yo Mama here because she is actually a certified hood witch.
That's right.
She is a certified hood witch and low-key a medium. So I want to see.
Medium what?
Not in the size.
rare?
Not in the size. I'm not a medium in the size.
Medium shape.
Medium
Medium
shape.
rare?
Medium rare. That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't even eat medium rare, huh?
Not anymore.
You?
No,
Why?
she used to eat her steak super bloody.
And then I think one time I choked on it.
She was
Choked on it.
yeah, she'd be like, give me that shit rare.
But
And-
I think I can't eat it dry no more. If I get it well done.
She
So I
said,
have
give it to
I
me
have
raw.
I have to get it.
Yeah.
And she choked on
Medium?
it. See?
And now it's too dry. Hey, she said it, not me.
Yo, mama said it.
Your mama said it.
I did.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna die.
So if you
Girls
guys didn't know,
behave.
obviously this is her mom.
Her
We
mom.
said yo mama.
I know you can't tell, but we
If you can't tell, we're basically twins. But
know.
now she's considered Yo Mama.
yo mama
She's Yo Mama.
or tu madre for all the Latinos.
Yeah. She is Yo Mama for this podcast now. And I just want to talk about like some crazy shit we've all experienced. And we left off on the 2016 clowns from last time.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause I was
yeah.
scared. I was getting so scared last time. I was like, I don't even want to talk anymore. Okay.
Oh yeah, because I made Daisy look at the hole, and what if someone looks at us?
Stop.
Don't even say that. It's like I look that way, and that like blind over there is a little bit open. I'm just gonna be like,
That's how I was.
Fucking
the whole time.
paranoid.
I was so scared the entire time. I was like, bro, please stop.
like I can handle real paranormal shit, but I can't handle creepy ass people.
What you mean?
You know, like what I mean, like if you like sensing stuff, hearing things, feeling like spirits
So, like-
and whatnot, but
so-
like a creepy person, like actually, like you know, trying to look through the window, trying, or like those creepy ass clowns just standing in the middle of the park.
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
That was
no.
fucking scary.
No.
I
During
was so scared.
Because you don't know if they're fucking real or not. Like, if they're like...
They can actually touch you, because I mean, like at parks, you know, they can't touch you, but in real life, you know, they don't care. They can go
Yeah.
up to you,
Yeah.
push
True.
you,
Yeah,
stab
it's
you.
scary. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you see those people playing jokes where they're like running at you with a fucking axe or a bat. But how do you know if if he's really just messing around or if he's really gonna hit you?
Yeah.
You don't know. Shit.
Oh my God!
I'm not
like
gonna
last
stick
time-
around to find out though.
I think it was with you guys for,
I am
for
not
Halloween
staying
last
tuned.
time.
I don't run for
Remember
shit,
there
but
was
I'm
a guy
gonna run
standing?
for that.
Remember those guys standing on Halloween?
Which one? Where?
I don't know if I
Was
think
it
it was
the
with you guys, but there was
Freddy Krueger and the
he was standing in the middle of the
Mike?
street.
Recently?
Well, probably like 2-3 years ago. We were with Steph, I think.
We were trick-or-treating?
Wasn't he dressed? Oh, he was dressed all in black.
Yeah, and he was just standing in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
Yeah?
and he
And
wasn't moving for like
I think
no
he
one.
like was walking towards us.
Yeah, it looked. It was creepy. I remember it now. Yeah, that was creepy. And that street happened to be a little too dark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when
And he
streets
was
are
just
like
standing
that.
right there in the middle of the street, like we're like, is he gonna cross? Is he gonna like start
gonna
running?
run?
Yeah. But he was just standing there, just staring at people, like
Being creepy as fuck.
creep. Exactly.
And also, like, you don't know, like, what if they have a gun? Like, what if you're the other person running towards someone and someone else has a gun and pulls up on you? Like,
True.
Right.
Like, don't mess with me. I don't fuck with Halloween, and it's just like,
Yeah, that's scary.
No.
imagine. That's fucking terrifying.
Nah.
Nah. I'm not doing it.
She's
Like
"I'm not
that
doing
little
Halloween
girl,
this
like
year."
that little cute girl from that video that she's trying to go up by herself, all confident to trick or treat, and
think I've seen
then
it.
something scary pops. She's like, "No, thank you," and she walks away. I would have been the same, but I'd be running. I'd be ready. No, thank you.
Just fucking I can't even talk. I was gonna say shredding.
Shredding.
Isn't that like on a skateboard, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, emo.
She's like, no, thank you. Fucking on the skateboard.
What are you gonna be for Halloween?
The dreadful question. You know what? I don't even know. I kind of wanted to match with Elias because Elias got a.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Fortnite.
He got like a Fortnite costume, and so I kind of want to match with him, but at the same time, I'm like, what skin?
Do the famous, infamous one that you always wear. She's like, which one?
I know. I'm like, which
And I'm
one's
like,
the
I don't
one?
know.
Fucking. I don't know. There's a couple of skins.
I don't know what I want to be, to be honest.
I don't know either.
I want to be like Katrina, but I want to actually be like La Katrina, like, you know what I mean, like the whole,
like dead.
all attire, like if possible, but no.
Like face paint and everything.
Like, yeah, like the whole face
Why don't you do it?
painting, the fancy dress thingy. So I'm gonna be looking in those secondhand stores
Or
and
like
see if I
the
can find.
masks. Just do a mask.
Yeah.
I was thinking of masks, but I'd rather just have like the makeup done completely, because the mask at one point it's hot and you get, you know, tired of it, and then it's like, wait, what the fuck, you know, you're supposed to be like cute, and then you're like, no, I'm not. It's trick or treat, you know.
Trick or treat, that shit's like,
Trick or treat. Bitch, put down your mask.
and quítate la máscara.
Quítate la máscara. Oh my
Have you
god.
seen that one too? Do you see that one?
Which
He's
one?
like, quítate la máscara, güey. And then he takes it off, and he's like ugly as fuck, and he's like, quítatela, güey. He's like, ya me la quité. That shit was so funny.
That would have been.
I don't know. I was thinking of like being a vampire, low key, like.
Low budget. When you said that, that took me back to like 1989 when my mom would, like, my mom
back
used
in
to
my
work.
day.
Yeah,
Back in my
I was a
day.
vampire for like freaking 5 or 10 years.
Oh my
dude.
god, I remember that.
I was a vampire all the time. All my mom did was put her lipstick on the sides of my mouth like I'm dripping blood, which was really a horrible job. And then she would grab a black sheet and tie it around my neck, and that's it. That's what I said. Low budget vampire.
Dude, I remember one
That's
time
what I
for middle
was.
school.
I used to be a witch.
And then
every
back
year.
then they used to put those little fangs in the buckets, and I was like, good, my custom is complete.
Did you at least put your hair back all the way? Like slick?
She would cut in the
Damn.
middle. You know, like the
Oh,
whole
shit. She went
librito the
full
parents
Dracula
call.
on
She
you.
sure did.
Holy
She
fuck.
did the triangle right here too.
Holy
Oh yeah,
shit.
it was like those like
You have pictures?
1950s,
I know.
like 1950s vampires from like the Mexican movies.
You would be. No way.
Yeah, and I was that for like, I'm gonna say, I say 5 for sure that I remember, but I just kind of remember like all my Halloweens. It was like vampire all the time.
Not even ghost.
No,
Oh,
vampire.
because
No,
she probably didn't
girl,
want to
she
cut
is
up.
not gonna cut up her sheets for me. She'll wrap a hefty black bag on my neck, but she will not cut a sheet for me.
I don't think she did it out of the kindness of
No,
her
she
heart,
was-
though. She was.
Yeah,
She's.
it's tight enough, mom.
I remember from middle school, my mom did that to me, bro. She painted my face in white. I looked so ugly. As soon as I got to school, I took that thing off with water. I was like, no, bro.
What were you supposed to be?
A vampire. I
And
was
it
a
was just
vampire.
white?
Yeah, I was white face. You could tell.
She was an Irish vampire.
You could tell, like, it wasn't even to my neck. It was like just my face.
Oh hell.
It was just my face,
nah.
and then the lipstick with fake dripping. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad. Sorry, mom, but
Sorry, mom.
Hey, mom's tried.
I was
Back
like,
then, low budget.
But that's it. No other part of your
I mean, my hair slicked back, like down,
Yeah.
Were you this was middle school?
like middle school.
So with your uniform?
No, we didn't have the uniforms on.
Like when you
They
were
allowed
allowed
us,
to.
but I had to pay for it.
I wish they brought that back too, by the way.
Free dress day? You mean
Yeah.
psych? You mean pay for that dress day?
You had to pay for
I
that?
think it was like $5. And I was like, I'm not wearing no uniform.
I'm gonna be a vampire.
I didn't have a costume, so my mom was like, you know what?
You know what, Nadine?
Low budget.
Let's paint you white.
I know, it was so bad. I was sad.
Just here, right here, just right here.
I was sad.
So she turned to the side. It's like, what is wrong with your face?
Yeah, I was sad that day.
Like, oh my gosh, it didn't match your foundation.
You came dressed as a panda. No, bitch, I'm a vampire.
I think I have a picture. I'll probably like look it up later.
I'm fucking dead, bro.
Oh my god.
My mom used to dress me as a witch all the time.
Remember when you were the disco devil?
Yeah.
Because that was
she
the
said-
one costume that was left in the store, like just a
My
day or two
mom-
before Halloween.
My mom always took us shopping last minute, so we would get anything that was
Whatever
left,
was
and it
available.
was cheap.
I would always be a
fucking
cat
time.
What?
because the same costume fit me. Always be a cat. I was always a cat. I had the ears and everything.
The
All I
ears,
had
the
to
tail.
do- Yeah.
Just get the painted. Find black clothes in the closet. Let's go.
Literally. My black leggings, black skirt with my little flats. I'm a cat. I remember.
All the time.
That's why I don't want to be a cat ever. It's been way too used.
I'm done with cats.
I have a trauma sitting at the fucking therapist's office. Like, it all started in Halloween. Red lipstick? No. No more red lipsticks.
No more.
It's like no more wired hangers, like from the Mommy Dearest. And we're like, no more red lipstick. Yeah, it was bad.
Funny.
Anyway, so vampire, back to your bougie vampire, because I'm sure knowing you, it's going to be a bougie vampire.
I'm gonna try to be a bougie vampire. Well, at least like Victorian era. Like, I'm a.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, you know what I imagine her as? You know the Dracula from Sesame Street?
One, two.
Guys. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm gonna just be that fucking vampire.
You should.
From Sesame Street?
From
Yes.
Sesame Street.
I'm gonna just be that fucking vampire. Fuck you guys. I'm
I'm
gonna
going to be a big bird.
You be what?
Big bird.
Big bird? You should be Cookie Monster, bro.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Just get those like pajamas one
Yeah.
so you're comfortable.
We
I
should be
did-
Sesame Street characters.
No.
We should. That'd be cute. Come on, Nadine. What, you want to be a cat? Let's all be.
I would be
Oh my
Grouch.
God! Just for
Be
old
Grouch.
times,
I'll
for
be
old times'
Grouch.
sakes, let's just be freaking low budget vampires one more time.
Just like really shitty
Like
costumes.
really shitty, like hefty bag, fucking cape. You know what I mean?
I want to be a ghost, but with a sheet.
Like
Just a
an
sheet.
actual like old school.
Yeah.
Are you gonna poke holes in it?
Yeah, probably.
You're just gonna draw circles.
Oh, that'd be cool too. But circles, and then they have glasses on it.
Oh my god, that's funny.
So that way, like,
So it's like, oh, it's Daisy. Hey, Miss Daisy.
Daisy Abba.
Daisy up.
How do you know it was me?
Why you give me that deep ass voice?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that?
That was random. I'm sorry.
Welcome back to the bullying podcast.
Oh, see, this is why I didn't want to bring my mama on the show.
She's
She
your
was-
mama now.
She was
I'm
like,
your
I was
mama
hesitant
now.
about it.
Tell us your sad Halloween costume stories.
That's pretty funny though. I didn't know you were like a vampire.
I was a vampire for I'm telling you, I remember clearly 5 years, but I think it was 10 years. Because every time I saw that black, I don't know if it was a sheet, a old towel, I don't know what it
She's
was.
gonna go through the pictures and then she's gonna be like, wait, this was from last year. No.
Wait, that was me last year when I took my grandkids trick or treat.
I'm fucking dead.
No. Anyway,
What are you gonna be for Halloween?
I don't know.
she's like, low key, I still have that cat.
Low
In
key,
the closet.
I'll be something sexy. Yeah, just kidding.
A sexy cat. Calm down now, mean
sexy
girls.
cat, or
All of
sexy
them were dressed in
Oh
sexy
my
cats,
God, I
right?
remember.
And the only one that actually did the whole production was what was her name?
What was she? She was
Katie?
A
Yeah,
dead
Katie.
bride,
No, but
right?
no, she
Katie was a
yeah,
dead
she
bride.
was a dead bride.
Like a zombie bride.
Yeah.
That's funny.
She
She's all
even
ugly.
did the ugly teeth.
I know.
Everybody's
She really
like,
did that shit.
I know.
She was like, it's a Halloween
I'm a
party.
mouse.
I
One
mean,
of them was a
she-
mouse. Everybody else was like the sexy cat.
And it's like, I'm a mouse.
I'm a mouse. She's all fucking like naked. It's just the little ears. And
Yeah.
That's me, guys.
That's.
That's me.
That's gonna
I'm
be.
just gonna walk out in my underwear and bra and be like, I'm a Victoria's Secret angel.
Oh, yeah, the wings.
Now available in plus size. I'm gonna put that shit on my back.
You said wings, and I was like, wait, wings? Like,
She's like, I want some Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well,
like beat up
ooh,
wings?
like barbecue. I just rubbed my eye and I just realized I have makeup on.
Good one,
Okay.
folks.
Anyway,
Anyway, we brought her here to tell us some spooky stories, and now she's just making us laugh.
I know it's supposed to be Spooky Thursday, huh?
Spooky session. Let's get
Spooky session. Sorry.
spooky sessions.
It's not Thursday. That's
On
good.
a
on
Thursday.
Yeah.
Like my little niece when she dresses up as Wednesday, I'm like, girl, you look like Wednesday on a Thursday. She's so cute.
And what'd she say?
She's like, girl.
That's it.
That's all she says.
Wait, what did
girl.
you say when you kept asking her about school?
What did she say?
You're like, oh, for school? Oh, for school? Oh, for school?
Oh,
'cause I kept
like
saying,
when
"Oh
she
my
was
God."
opening her presents.
I was like, oh my god,
my
for
God,
school.
perfect
She just
for
kept
school.
looking at me
She was
like,
just she kept turning her head like.
she kept looking at me like, okay, like that's enough. No, bitch.
No, but she
not for
told you
school.
something. Yeah,
If
you
she
didn't
was
know?
able to, she would call security and be like, get her out. Get her
I don't remember what she said right now.
She said something towards the end. It was funny.
I don't know, but yeah, she's had it with the school thing.
She's like, yeah, I fucking know, I get it. School.
Yeah, for school. Fucking school.
What would you say has been one of the scariest experiences you ever had with a person, like a real life person?
As in like spiritual paranormal or
No, like just people wise.
Like people, like creepy, scary people.
like creepy, scary people. I remember when I would walk home from school and there was this really creepy guy, he was a taxi driver, by the way. And I was with my cousin and I remember him like honking at us and asking us if we wanted a ride home. And we were like, ew, no. And then we realized that he was like touching himself.
At the same time?
At the same time. Yeah. Driving this taxi. And mind you that I was like in first grade and my cousin was like in fifth grade. I think so. She was walking me home. Like we would walk home together. And there's a park like in the way home. And I remember that we felt like, you know those creepy movies where you can't get out of a place because there's like the shark just swimming around? Like
Yeah.
that's how it felt like because this guy kept driving around in his taxi around the park.
That's
So if we
fucking
would try to go
terrifying.
like one way,
Yeah.
like he would come around and we're like, oh my God, here he comes. Like thank God though, there was like a police station close by. So as soon as we saw him like go around, it would take a little while for him to get back.
Yeah.
We ran into that police station and the police officers took us home. Our parents did not believe that what happened.
I bet.
And we were traumatized. We would wait for like a bunch of kids to walk with us like up
Yeah.
across the park because
Because that's scary.
that was so scary. That was really creepy. That's why I'm like, I can't do like creepy people doing creepy things.
Yeah, no,
Because
yeah.
it's like, ugh.
And that was first grade?
First grade, bro. Like, ugh. You know what I mean?
That's
I know.
terrifying.
It was very terrifying.
That's scary. It reminds me of this one episode in Shameless I was watching the other day. No, it was when they were on the subway. This guy was like doing that, and the little girl was like right there. She was standing right there, and she didn't know, so she was just looking at the guy, thinking he was just looking at her, and he was doing it
Oh my
on the freaking subway. I was like, that's
so
crazy
creepy.
because, like, you know, some people are creepy and they actually do that, you
A
know?
lot of
Yeah.
people.
That's
A
disgusting.
lot of people, and it's so sad. You know, I realized too, I was like, you know, I don't get catcalled anymore. Like when I was like younger.
When you were younger, yeah.
That's so disgusting
Yes.
and crazy. Like from like 11 years old to about 15, 16, that's when I would get catcalled the most. Now I don't get nothing. But even on the way home, like I remember like walking home too with my cousin, with Gorda. when that's like guy would drive by and fucking honk his horn and
Yeah,
you know,
like,
try to
that freaking typical, like,
Ugh.
muchacha, you know, like, ugh.
Disgusting.
Te llevo, where to hell, you know?
Te llevo, yeah.
Te llevo. No, bitch. I'm good.
Yeah.
But remember when we were walking the dogs, remember that guy kept driving back and forth?
Yeah, that was creepy.
That was creepy.
At first we were like, okay, and then we were like, he kept going back and forth, like hardcore.
Like, okay, we would understand
staring.
if he turned around, you know, he missed his chance, so he turned around to go get my number, you know, but he went back out again, and then he drove slower behind us, and I was like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, and then after he went that way, he went straight to turn, and we never saw him again. He did it like, what, 4 times?
Yeah.
Like 4
That's
times.
creepy.
Yeah.
Maybe he was waiting for a reaction from you guys.
Maybe we were just like, keep walking.
Keep
After
walking, ignore.
after the second time, we were like, okay, Elias, because we were with Elias too. We were like, here, Elias, just walk all together.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He's getting a little
Because
crazy.
at this point, honestly, you don't know if they're trying to kidnap your child, kidnap you, or
your dog.
or your dog.
Or all of you. Or all of you.
Shit.
Or all of you at the same
Look at this.
I
Interesting.
know. I had my knife with me. Remember? I was like, "Girl, let me pull out this knife." Yeah.
She said,
Honestly, didn't you guys used to have tasers?
I've never had a taser.
No?
I've never had a
Pepper
taser.
spray? Oh, I know who had a taser. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't you. But pepper spray is something, you know.
Wrong girl.
Wrong girls.
She had her own set of daughters on the other side.
plot twist. She is literally your mama.
The comments are like, it was me. I had
That's
tasers.
me, remember? You bought it for me?
So that would be like one of the scary. You've never had like maybe anyone trying to like kill you.
You know what though? There was this one time, you know, like, do you guys remember the movie Scary Movie with Drew Barrymore when she gets called by this guy and she's like, I know what you're doing, I see you like watching TV, or you look so cute watching TV. There was this guy calling, mind you, this is back then when there was like no, like we didn't even have caller ID yet. You know what I mean? So we lived in apartments, and in order to get access to the apartments, or at least to see through the windows, you would have to be in the apartment complex. And this person would call at random moments while I was in the house, and he'd be like, you look so cute sweeping. Oh, you look so cute doing this. Oh, and I'm like, and I was doing it. And I would be like, what the hell? At first I was like, okay, dumb, hang up. But then I was like, okay, this is becoming a little too freaking creepy, because he kept doing this for like 3 or 4 days. And it was at a point where he's like, I saw you walking today from school. And I was like,
Oh, hell no.
so I called my neighbor. There's this older guy, and I was just like, can you please come and help me and pick up the phone? And he's like, why? And I'm like, this guy keeps calling and saying, telling me and describing what I'm doing, which is really scary. And he's like, what? But that's hard. Like, how, you know? So he picked up the phone, and he's like, you got to get out of that apartment. That's what he told him. But that was the last time he ever called.
Oh my god.
That's scary. I think I
And
would
were you always
cry.
home alone?
I was always home alone, and I would always walk home alone, because, you know. So I was
I
like,
think I would
this
cry,
is-
bro. If I ever got a call that
There
says,
was a point where I was really scared. I was like, what do I do? Like, do I run outside? What if he's outside? Do I lock my doors? What if he's inside the house? You know what I mean? It's like,
Obviously, maybe he lived across the street.
I kept thinking in my head, I don't know, like there was a bunch of like young men in an apartment across, like on the top. So I was like, what if it was them just being, you know.
And how the fuck did they get your number?
Yeah, exactly. Because back then it wasn't easy to just get a number.
A phone book?
My mom always made sure to block our numbers. You know, back then you had to pay
To block?
69 cents a month, if I don't remember, if I'm not wrong, at the phone service company, so they wouldn't put your phone number and your name in the yellow pages.
And she would pay that?
Yeah, she would.
So how the fuck?
So I was, I'm telling you, I was
that's
just like,
crazy
what the
how
hell?
yellow pages work. That
Yes.
whenever I heard of, when
Yellow
I first heard
Pages?
of yellow pages, I was like, I think it's kind of weird.
That book was this thick.
Yeah, it was
that
heavy.
book
I
was
remember my
this
mom
thick.
had one, bro. My
Yeah.
mom had one.
She'd be like, Yellow Pages.
Every year the new one came in. It was crazy.
I'd be so scared to see that. But like, damn, you just call anybody on this phone, huh?
Honestly, yeah. And then there was the
that?
service too. The service back then where you can call and be like, what city? Oh, San Diego per
yeah,
se. And
I
it's
remember.
like, yeah. And it's like,
Oh yeah, online.
You know, like
or on
Daisy
the phone, I mean.
blah blah blah, and it's
the
like
phone.
I have a Daisy blah 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 in San Diego on like 4th Street or something, and it's like, okay, please call her.
Yeah.
And it's always scary how you can always find the address. You know how people like just search up, say Daisy Barbis, whatever,
Yeah.
and then your address pops up. I'm like,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
address out there. I'm like,
Honestly, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, take it
So
off.
anyways, I think those are like the two scariest, like creepy, like experiences like that from people. Yeah.
What about you, Nadine? Ever had a super like creepy like
creepy.
get away from me? I'm gonna fucking stab you.
I don't remember.
It's like you're the reason I carry a gun. It's because of you that I'm fit now, because I can run.
Oh my god, I think one time I was walking home from school, like one of the couple times that I walked home from school by myself. You know how you have to turn that corner off the street?
Mm-hmm.
And what's it called? I think I was turning that corner, and I would always be scared to walk those houses because
Yeah.
it's this house, and it's dark, you know? So I'd be like, oh my god, I hate walking that street. So I would walk that street, and I would like kind of like fast pace it. And I think there was like a car, like it was driving normal, and then it slows down. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. So I was freaking heavy, you know, carrying the boots and everything. You know, I was like, I brought my slides. I had my gym bag with my freaking soccer, my sweats and stuff. I was like, bruh. And then I'd always hate walking past the park because of all the homeless people that would just be standing there.
Oh yeah, I don't like
So I was like, there's a shortcut from here, like. And then you can't like, if you wanted to, you can cross to the park. But I would never cross to the park. I'd just take that extra step and be on the street, you know.
in
I was
public,
like,
yeah, for
especially
sure.
because it's across
For
the
sure.
police station. So I was like, I'm not taking the shortcut because I took it once and I was like, nope, not again. I was like,
Honestly.
It's scary.
I remember there was like these homeless guys just watching me, and I was like,
Yeah, I remember too. I was on a walk with Titi and my grandma with Sam, R.I.P. homie Sam.
I know.
And we were walking just like by Lake Middle School or whatever, and we were going down, and this car goes zooming down. My grandma's in the front, and me and Titi are in the back, like a good distance. But he just stops and like looks at us with his like sunglasses, and we're looking at him like, what the fuck? Like, oh, is he gonna say anything? And he was just like, and then he fucking drives off.
The heck?
And we're like, what the fuck?
it was debating to take you or not.
Honestly?
Me and Titi were like,
Mama. Things like that. That's scary.
it is, because I'm like, we were little. I'm like, the fuck was that? I must have been like 9th grade, 8th grade maybe. Titi was probably like 4th, I don't know, something like that. Like, we're little, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, the fuck? Run away!
And being my mom, how paranoid she is, she was probably like just describing the worst things that they could have done to you guys, so she just makes it even worse.
She was just, no, you know what she said? She was just like, well, stay with me.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna come back if you don't
Yeah.
stay with me.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes people are scarier than fucking ghosts.
I know. There's a thing where it says you should be more afraid of people than inanimate
Be
objects.
afraid of people alive than dead people. Yeah.
That's true.
True.
I'm not afraid of the dark. Then. Just kidding. No, just kidding.
Lights go off.
I'm scared of the dark.
I know you are.
I'm scared of the dark because, you know, when they say like, I'm scared of the dark because like I'm alone, I'm scared that I'm like not alone in the dark. I feel like once the lights are all off, like I feel like I have like
All eyes on you.
A million
Oh my
eyes
gosh,
staring
like
at
that
me.
movie, It Comes Alive or something like that with the switch. Oh, lights on, lights off. Something, remember?
Lights off or
Yeah.
something, right? Yeah, that's why I don't watch that shit.
I like that
I
movie.
told you guys I don't really watch scary movies on my own, so I fucking have
Have
them
you seen it?
off.
No, it sounds interesting though.
They made like a whole little like short, like a shorts out of it,
Oh, really?
like as a joke.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
You seen that one?
They turn it on in the hallway,
Just like
and then like she keeps getting closer. That's
oh,
exactly how I feel.
heck
That's
no.
exactly how I
Yeah,
feel.
you just
see the
every
eyes, that's it.
time.
Oh, heck no. No,
Yeah.
no.
I
Yeah,
love scary
see?
movies. So I'm excited
No.
for this Friday. Ooh.
Why?
Exorcist.
It comes out?
Yup. I don't know if it's this Friday or Friday the 13th.
Is it a remake though of the original one? No.
No, it has to do with like 2 other kids, but they mention is it the mom or they mention the actual girl who got possessed.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I
I'm
don't
not
remember
too
exactly.
sure. I
So
didn't pay
it's
attention.
kind of like a sequel of like.
Yeah.
But this time it's two
It's
girls at
two
the same
girls.
time.
Oh
two
my
two
god.
best friends, huh?
Yeah, the two best friends.
And they look.
They get
scary as
lost in the woods,
fuck.
and no one can find them for like what the whole day. No, it's like 8 hours or something like that.
And then
No
they
one can
found
find them. They find them. They come back. You know, they put them like in the hospital, and then they mention things like, "Oh, like how was your daughter during the exorcism in the beginning?" You know, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Kind of watch it.
It's, yeah, I want to watch it too, but like I said, like
She
only
wants me
like,
to go with her. She
yeah.
wants me to go
I
with
can't
her.
be alone, and then I need to pray before and after.
I don't call any negativity from
No,
this film
seriously, like-
for whatever is
like-
being said. And
When I was watching the preview on when we went to watch Oppenheimer, I said it last time too on the podcast that I was literally like this, like a little
yeah, I
kid.
remember.
I closed my eyes and I covered my ears and I said, "I'm not watching
And
this."
I was like a little girl just watching. I was like,
No, I really couldn't. I was like, "This is scaring me too much."
I like the adrenaline.
It didn't
of
feel right in my soul.
bruh.
I swear, I was just like, I'm scared.
I'm like, okay.
I swear, I want to watch it, like, but like,
You're
definitely.
like, but at the same time, I don't.
At the same time, I don't. Like, I'll definitely have moments where I'll be like,
She's like the people that are like, I don't want to see,
I'm like this.
but they're
That's
like,
what she said. That's what she watches it.
Yeah,
She
that's how I
watches it
watch
for her.
scary movies. I'm like this, like, oh shit.
you know what? I do that though for like gory movies.
Oh, I hate gory movies.
I hate gory movies,
I
but
can
I
watch
love
gory movies.
paranormal movies. Those are the best. Like
Scary movies are
Conjuring.
good. I hate
and
gory
all those.
movies. Like, have you seen Terrifier?
Yeah, we were seeing some clips of it the other day. Remember?
I
I'm like,
hate things like that.
that to me, it's not scary. It's
watch
just
it.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm just like, really, bro?
Yeah,
When is this ending?
yeah.
And then I'm thinking, damn, that must
Like
hurt.
how much blood can that body keep
Like the Saw
pouring?
movies.
You know what I mean? It's
Like the Saw movies.
yeah,
Yeah, those
I hate
two.
the Saw movies.
yeah. No,
I hate
There's
anything
only
with
like
gory.
one good one where
Which
I'm
one?
like, dang.
Saw movies?
probably the first one. No,
No, it's like the third or
Isn't?
something.
Aren't they making a new one too?
Yeah.
Bruh,
It's like the 7th or 6th one.
I could have sworn that was like on 14.
Like the Fast and Furious movies.
you know what's
Isn't
creepy
that
though?
on
There,
10?
they say that there is such a thing where people get kidnapped for billionaires and powerful people to take and do that to them,
Like the
like
one
torture
Squid
them
Game
and
movie?
do. Yeah.
That's real.
Or show.
What is
Squid
that
Game?
movie called? There's a couple of them. I don't remember the name, but like people get kidnapped literally and they go into this underground like city where billionaires pay high money to just have that person there and do whatever they want to it.
It's like their real life pawns.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's like in the dark web, huh?
Yeah.
Like you,
That's-
literally, like in the dark web. That's like where a bunch of shit is.
That's
Where
really
you can
scary
go and,
to
like,
think
bet
that.
on people or bet on stuff.
Yeah. That's really, really creepy and scary because it's like, dude, that happens in real life.
Yeah.
That's why I like those kind of movies, like Paranormal Activity and movies like that, because it's like, bro, like that is possible, like it happens. But then those
It's a
dumb
low
movies, like,
possibility.
yeah, like Jason and Friday the 13th. It's like, bro,
She almost said Five
Freddy.
Nights at Freddy's.
I was just gonna say Freddy. I thought she was gonna say
Friday.
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, yeah.
Oh,
Well, Nightmare on Elm Street was what it's originally called, but then everybody just started calling it by the
Freddy.
killer's
Well,
name,
there's a
Freddy
movie. It's
Krueger.
called Freddy versus Jason. No.
Jason, yeah. Honestly, they went overboard when they sent Jason to space.
Right? I think that movie is so
I was
dumb.
like, bro,
Dude, I seen
stop.
that movie like way a long time ago with my mom, and I was like, "What the hell? He's still alive?" Like, bro, like
He never dies.
that's what I'm saying. Like those movies are like.
I think
okay,
he's
the
a
first
ghost,
two movies.
right?
I mean, I
No,
don't
he
think
just-
so
he
because he
just
can actually
survives.
physically touch and hurt people, and ghosts don't do that. So,
Wow.
I mean, the devil.
Paranormal Activity.
well, see, the demons when they possess a person, that they make that person physically able to
I'm really
hurt other
scared.
people.
Oh my god! One of my friends was telling me about how his sister literally got yanked off the bed. No one was home, and she got yanked off the bed. She was little. He was in the living room, playing video games or whatever, and she was in the bed laying down. I think she was like taking a nap or something. It was after school, so no one was home.
Yeah.
And he said that his sister got yanked off the bed. Like she physically fell off the bed and she felt her foot. She thought her brother was messing with her. She was like, bro, like why would you freaking pull me off the bed? And he was like, dude, I'm over here gaming. Like,
Yeah.
why would I do that? She got yanked off the bed. And I guess they saw, like, dwarves. Like, he saw...
Stop.
This whole point.
I draw the line of dwarves.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so he saw, like, every time he would, like, on a skateboard, he would see dwarves on his window.
Stop, please.
He saw dwarves on his window.
Oh my
And he
god.
would, like, as soon as he walked in, he'd be kind of scared to, like, walk in, you know? And because he would always, like, come home late at night and stuff. So, when he was little. And then he said one time that he was with his friend on a park bench, and that there was a tree right above, like, in the thing. So he says that he was just chilling. He looks up, and he was like, what the hell? Like, he sees something. And, like, it was the dwarf. And he said it jumped down, but his other friend didn't see it. He was like, I was not on anything. I was not drunk. I was not high. I was not on shrooms. He was like, I saw the same thing that's been following me on that tree.
What the fuck? Dude, God.
I know.
Which tree? I was like, not go there.
No, it's far. It was far.
God.
It wasn't here. But yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Why would
scary.
a dwarf be following all the time? Like, aren't they only supposed to be with little kids?
He was little.
When they're little, yeah.
He was little.
Well, even with the tree?
Yeah, he was little.
How little?
He was probably like 10.
Oh, okay. But why?
Well, some of them attach themselves to one specific energy or person.
But why? Yo, mama, which why?
He said not even in his own, like, his window, his sister's window too. So they think that's what pulled her off the bed too.
Maybe there's just in general, like if in that house there was that like duende that they call them in Mexico, aluches, I think they're called. They play
he's
pranks.
seen it
They're bad. Like they're like bad little kids. If I don't remember, I don't know if you guys remember from Sabrina, Teenage Witch, that new series though, like
The new one?
the new one. That when they there's this witch, I don't remember, but she takes all those children, unwanted babies, and those little babies are a menace.
Oh, okay.
So that to me represents kind of like what the duendes or the dwarfs are.
Yeah.
And so that's all they do, traviesos. But when they like someone, they like how they make them feel, they stick to them. You know what I mean?
But
It's like I like this person, they easily get scared. Or something, I don't know.
But he kept like going back and forth because his parents were divorced and everything, so he always spent time at his dad's house. So
Yeah.
his dad was never home. He
Yeah.
said he wasn't a bad kid, you know, because I guess he like knows about it. And he said he wasn't a bad kid. You know, he was always home alone until
Yeah.
the times that his sister would come.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why he didn't want to be home. That's why he would come home late
Yeah.
because he
was
saw it. He saw
scared.
it once and he was like, nope.
That's scary.
He's seen it
Pobrecito.
at like the house across too, and he was like, "This thing is following me." You know, he's like, "It's not only the house; it's following me." You know?
That's so fucking
So
scary.
when he told me that, I was like, "Stop! I'm scared too. We got the windows open. Don't tell me that."
That's how I am. As soon as you said that, I'm like, stop, please.
No.
Stop.
So this just said dwarves, you're like, no.
That is like a no.
Big ass
no,
no.
no for me. No.
I was scared. I was like, "Don't tell me this." You could. I was like, la, 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 la. I was watching Disney Channel when I came home.
Literally, that's me. That's gonna be me.
You know, when you turn on the TV to hear those random Christian shows, just so that you can hear someone pray.
You're like, oh, thank God.
It's like some
Someone's praying
background
for me.
Yes.
But like, they're everywhere then, right?
Yes.
In general.
In general.
And
Thank God I've never seen one.
Yeah.
If I ever
on
seen one,
freaking wood,
Where's
bro.
I've
It's
never
because
seen
people
one.
say like that ghost, like oh it's a ghost, like no, ghosts are just lost souls or people that haven't passed through yet, like passed on to wherever they're supposed to go. So they're like confused, going around like questioning like what am I doing here? And then when they realize like she sensed me, like she felt me or she kind of like saw me, so they kind of try to get your attention more. But they
Yeah.
physically can't really do much to you. But you, when you're like, what is it called? Like you have that gift of seeing. So they're like, she can see me. So I'm gonna like stick to her. So maybe she can help me figure out what happened to me. or where am I supposed to go? Because sometimes they're just confused.
Is that what happens to you?
Dark
a lot?
entities, demons, and all the other. Now those are more like
They're
dark
powerful, no? They're more
energy, powerful, able to move things.
And that's what happens to you a lot, huh? Like you'll be able to see them like
Yeah,
a lot.
a lot.
And
Lots
you're
of
like,
people.
girl, what you want?
I remember I was really interested in it. Do you remember the show Ghost Whisperers with Jennifer, whatever her last name is?
Yes.
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would love, me and my mom would watch that show. It was so
Yeah.
crazy. I loved it. I was
Yeah.
like, this is my favorite show. I want to watch it again.
Yeah. That's the only way I remember Jennifer Love Hewitt. That and Garfield.
That I remember.
It would say Jennifer Love Hewitt.
that
Ghost Whispers.
Ghost Whisper and the client list.
Yeah,
the client list. That was weird for me, to be honest.
The Ghost Whispers?
No, the client list, because I'm like, you've like the cute doctor, the nerdy cute doctor for Garfield, and then you were like so cool helping like ghosts pass on, and then it's like, now you're the client list lady.
Yeah. But, what was I gonna say? Oh shit. Crap. Oh, dwarves.
Back to dwarves.
Fucking dwarves.
She's the one that wants to stop talking about it. And
Yeah,
then she
she's
goes
like,
back.
stop,
I
stop.
want to learn more about it because I'm like, okay.
We'll look it up now.
Just kidding.
Am I old enough to be good?
Let me tell you what my theory is on dwarves.
Okay.
This is my theory, okay? It's not like freaking like scientifically proven, but to me, dwarves is just the souls of little children that have been aborted and like lost in abortion or murdered at very, very young, like months of age. And it's just those little souls of little ones just looking for attention, like lost little souls. Because they're like they just want attention. Like they'll knock over things, they'll make noises, and they'll hide things from you. You know what I mean? And you can, like, especially in Mexico, you ask and it's like, oh, see, the duendes hide like my keys, they hide this. They're always in and out of the house. They'll be doing a mess. Yeah. And so
how come?
to me, it just feels like lost children.
That makes sense though. But how come like back then, like my grandma would be like, oh, like stay away.
Because
Don't
a
go
lot
to
of the
them.
times they lure children with them because they think that those kids should be with them. You know what I mean? So it's like come with us. And then they'll like, not like enchant, because it sounds weird to say enchant, but they call you with things that they know that you like, and then they can lose you. Like te pierdes, that you get lost.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of the times these children get lost and get hurt, or to the point where they get injured so badly that they die. And that's when they say, se lo llevó el duende. The dwarf took him. In Mexico, at least,
Yeah.
So my grandma was like, don't pay attention to them. Just keep walking, because she's like, they could take you.
It makes me think of R.L. Stein's Goosebumps.
Yeah.
When I remember I used to watch that like show a lot, and it was always funny to me. I'd kind of be scared of him, but it's
Did
kinda
they
funny.
have like a dwarf episode?
Yeah, it had a part 1 and a part 2.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Shit, sometimes Goosebumps got me fucking scared, bro.
That's what I'm saying. When I was younger, I'd get scared. But like when I watch it, I'm like, dude, I really watched this. Like,
One thing was Goosebumps, and the other one was Creepy Tales, like with that scary skeleton kind of guy that said Creepy Tales from far or something away. Like, I don't know if it's like my era kind of Goosebumps, and then you guys had your Goosebumps.
why you look at me like that?
We're like,
I mean, someone will remember. I'll figure it out. I'll remember what it is. But yeah,
I'm gonna
Creepy
look that up,
Tales.
'cause that
Yeah,
sounds
look it up.
interesting. Yeah.
Anyway, but
Those
yeah.
are fucking terrifying. That's probably one of the most terrifying things for me. Just fucking like,
Duendes?
yeah. Hell yeah, bro. And I fucking hate when sometimes like people know I hate them, so like I'll get messages like creepy shit, and it'll be literally like doing this. I'm like, are you
Imagine
serious?
from a random number. You don't know.
Stop.
An unknown number.
Yeah. Like, I'm watching you.
And then you block it and it keeps coming in like, oh no.
You know what I always hate, like in movies, that you know how
It's like,
someone's
stop
obsessed?
blocking me.
You know how someone's obsessed with somebody? Like how did that message still keep coming through?
Right.
Like, didn't I block you?
I was remembering too right now. Like last time on the podcast, I told the story of that little girl that went to your bed.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to
She was like-
get like an accurate like story for it because I wasn't sure if I, fact check me.
Backstory of that, where I found out later on after we moved out of there that these apartments were actually a full block of apartments or complex built for the refugees that came from Berlin, like from the wars and stuff, like Germany and stuff, which kind of makes sense to me the way the little girl I describe her. And so these apartments that we used to live in, there was a lot of refugees that stayed there. So we were laying down. She was in her bedroom. I was in our bedroom. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. And every time she got up to come to our bed, you can hear those little, the little kids when they wake up, they're like, shh, shh, shh. They're walking and you're like, oh, here she comes. She's going to come to our bed. And I remember telling your dad, oh, I think Daisy's coming. She's going to get in her bed. And then Will, the little girl that turned around the corner to get into her room, was not her daughter. She was a cute, tiny little blonde girl with long hair. And her little gown was very like old, like sleeping gowns. And she just looked so like tired and like confused and cold. She walks all around my bed. And I was pregnant at the time with your brother. So she walks around the bed, climbs on my bed, and I can clearly feel her climbing onto the bed. And then she just kind of like curls up and huddles behind my back. And it was cold. Like freezing cold. And your dad was like, oh my God, like covering it up, like, oh my God.
Because he knew it wasn't me.
Yeah, he's like, that's not, he actually said, he's like, that's not Daisy.
Oh, no?
Yeah, and he covered up. And all I could do was just stare at her like, I don't know if it was my pregnancy or what it was, but I just wanted to hold her. Because I could feel.
Man, they told the story all scary.
It is scary.
I just felt so sad for her. You know what I mean? Like, where's mommy? I'm cold.
If I saw that shit, I'd be terrified.
Well, it's very terrifying if you think about it because,
What would you
like,
have done?
Hide under the blanket, like my dad.
well, I tried to turn around to hug her, but when I did that, like, she was gone. But it was really freaking cold where she was laying.
I have to turn around, bro.
Mama! Honestly, I really wanted to turn around and hug her. I just felt that like
maternal instinct.
That maternal instinct of like.
See, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I knew it was sweet, but it's scary at the same time.
But it's scary because many times your door would get closed and slammed, and we would always see someone cross from like the room, to the bathroom, all the time, and it was always like, who's that? You know what I mean? Like, someone just crossed. Yeah, someone just crossed.
Like, obviously not.
Obviously,
Daisy.
but we're all here
little.
in the living room. She's little, and this person was a grown-ass man crossing the hallway. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they all fit within that era of like, I don't know, what was it, 40s, 50s?
Get me up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I remember when we used to live over here in this one. I would always go to your guys' house and be like, yeah, Chris can pick me up. I'm scared. Remember?
Yeah.
I could not be in that house by myself at all. I would be
The
so
3-bedroom?
scared. Yeah. The 3-bedroom.
This one?
Yeah, the 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated
Same.
being in that house alone.
Same.
I always would see and hear when no one was home and I would take a shower, I'd hear someone calling my name.
Same.
I'd be like, Nadine, in the big bathroom though. I never showered
I
in my
heard
mom's
it
bathroom.
all the time.
But I heard it in the big bathroom.
The main bathroom, yeah.
I'd always hear Nadine, and I was like, maybe my mom got home and I'm like, what? So I like get out, Mom. And I hear nothing, I text her like, hey, are you home? And she's like, no, okay. She's like, I'll be there later. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's just me, I'm tripping, because I'm so used to her yelling for me.
Yeah.
So it's an instinct,
Mm-hmm.
And then I shower again. I go back into the shower, finish my shower, and I hear it again. And like you can hear it getting closer each time, like Nadine, you know. And I like that's why I hate showering with my eyes closed sometimes. Like I do it quick. I'm like, you know, because I can't do it.
It's fucking soap in the eye.
To here, I don't hear it anymore.
I will
Here,
wash one eye and then wash the other one, but I'm not closing both.
And I hated having my back to the shower. You have to be to the wall, you know? So I have to be looking at the shower curtain all the time.
Okay, yeah.
Because I would feel like I would hear the water like hit and it sounded like it would open.
Yeah.
I hated that. And I would always hear my name, Nadine.
Yeah.
Nadine, you know? I was like, okay, this is scary. So
These apartments have a lot of activity, by the way. A lot of activity.
Over there, I would always hear, like, if Chris was calling me or if someone was calling me, I would always be like, what? Hello?
Remember
what?
when
like,
you heard your
every
dad?
time. And then, when Chris would work night shift, I would have so many nightmares and I couldn't sleep. I would be scared, anxious the entire time. And then out of nowhere, like, I was, like, falling asleep and I heard this noise my dad does that goes loud as fuck. And I woke up and I immediately started sobbing. And I called him and I was like, Dad, what the I just heard you. And it was like 2 a.m.
Oh, that's scary.
And it was like, oh, hell no. Because it was like right here.
Yeah, I remember. Because my bedroom was the one right across my mom's, remember?
Yeah.
So when Chris left, I switched rooms for that reason. You know, because I would always feel somebody staring at me or someone breathing down my neck in that room. And I hated it.
Yeah.
And then when I was in the hallway, so we had the TV this way, we had the ottoman right here, so I would always sit on the ottoman. You'd always see something running from my room to my mom's room, from my room to my mom's room, from my room to my mom's room.
Yeah.
And I hated seeing that. I remember one time I like seen it and I felt such like negative energy. That's when I called Chris crying one time. I was like, Chris, I can't over here. I'm like panicking, you know, I can't be here no more. He was like, just come over then. So I went over because I could not. I was crying. I was sobbing, crying. Because I remember it wouldn't even be just those 2 bedrooms. You know, I moved my room, and I would see it like.
It was like the house.
Circulate.
It was just in general the apartment. Because I remember when I came to stay there, like same thing. When she said the shower thing, I'm like, bro, like every single time I would shower in that shower, I just felt like someone was just waiting for me outside the curtain, just like waiting for me to open the door. And I'm like, oh my God, like I know someone's out there. And it's scary because like you said, like you just, I mean, honestly, thanks to the movie Psycho and then the movie from The Grudge where the girl's like washing her hair and you can see like hands creeping out of her hair. Thanks to those 2 freaking movies, I'm already scared to close my eyes in the shower and have my back to the shower curtain. But right there, it always felt like someone was right outside the shower. And then when you walk down the hallway, it felt like someone was following really, really close behind you all the time.
And it was always dark as fuck in there.
Yeah.
Even if you had the windows open, it was always dark.
That's why we always like change the light bulbs to be brighter, you know, but it ended up getting dark. But I hated that apartment so much for that reason because I never felt safe. I never felt like I couldn't sleep. Yeah. And I would always feel like that's why I still sleep with my door closed since that time because I can't sleep with my door open anymore. Like even I have to have it like shut, like this much light coming in from it, you know? Yeah. Because I cannot sleep with my door open. I feel like someone's staring at me. Yeah. Like,
from the hallway.
From the hallway, yeah. Especially because it's a long hallway, you know, there's not really a stopping
and it's
point,
dark.
so you can just go like that.
Yeah.
You know, so I would always feel someone watching me, and then I used to like, because the window was right here, I had my bed like this, I would sit facing the window, so my back was to the door. You know, so I remember one time my mom wasn't home again, you know, I was sitting on my bed and I heard footsteps. I'm like, okay, what the heck? It's kind of weird. And then I feel something breathing down my back, and I'm like looking at my window. My window's open, you know, like it's day. It's not super dark or anything, you know. And I was like, bro, heck no. I hated being in that house alone. Yeah. I hated it. I could never.
It was scary as fuck.
Yeah, I remember.
That's why I had to move my room. I was like, nah, bro.
I remember it a lot. When we used to stay with you and you guys were living there too, it was like, you can't feel peace. You don't feel safe. And then I remember when the baby was born, it was like nothing would make them calm down until we took them out of the apartment. Literally,
yeah, I remember that.
Out of the apartment.
Remember? He was crying, and then
Yeah.
I was like, let me go outside and walk,
And
knocked out.
nothing. Fine.
Knocked out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would wake up in panic, like
And we'd be like,
crying.
he has, the doctors would be like, he has colic. But no, he just couldn't be peaceful in there
No.
because it was just so active,
Yeah.
I remember,
She
like, I
don't-
did feel like fine with it in the beginning because I remember I would see a little girl running, like someone my age. I was gonna say my size, my age. I would see her like running. From my
She's your
room.
size. She's not a little girl.
Yeah, so the little girl, I would see her like running from my room to my mom's room. So I was like, oh, like it's not that scary anymore. But then I'd see it all the time, and then I'd feel someone watching me, and then the calling, and then I switched rooms, and then I see it in that one, and I'm like,
You're like, that's it.
not
That's
normal
enough.
anymore. And then
Yeah.
it was to the point where like me feeling I didn't feel safe,
Yeah.
like myself anymore. Like you can feel it, you
Yeah.
feel the shift in spirit
And
and
energy,
stuff,
yeah.
So I hated
Yes.
being in that apartment. Thank God we left. Because even here, I did feel it, but it wasn't scary anymore. Like I was like, okay, yeah, it attached itself, to my mom. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
To my mom, not me. Just kidding.
Poor mom.
Maybe. Because I swear, when I was staying in your room that one time, I went out. Yeah. You were sleeping. Your mom was awake, but she was in bed. And I swear to God, like, I looked over at the door because I was trying to fall asleep. And we had it open. And it just closed slowly. But I saw the handle close it like that. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, babe.
That's crazy.
What the fuck? So I get up and I'm like, didn't you guys close the door right now? And your mom was like, no, like I haven't gotten up. I'm like, I swear someone
I
just
remember you talking about that.
closed it like that. And she's like, no, maybe it was the fan. I'm like, the fan?
I always thought she was tripping.
No, I swear it was like the fan is not gonna freaking do that.
Not move the knob.
So
It'll
then,
close the
like,
door, but not move the knob.
The whole night I was just like so scared. I was like, I don't even.
I would always feel something, but it wouldn't be scary to me anymore. It would just be the little girl.
I wasn't like terrified. I was just more like, oh wait. So I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But I swear I was just like, who the fuck did that
I
shit?
just imagine it would be like a little girl playing with my toys and stuff.
Honestly.
like, with my dolls and stuff. Because
Yeah.
it would leave my mom's room and go into mine. Because when I was how we had the couch for the first couple times and stuff, it would be right here looking into the hallway. So you just see like a shift like that, Because the walls right there. So yeah, you would just see the like that from my mom's room to mine and then going back.
Yeah, my mom's uncle like pranks her sometimes or pranked her. I don't know.
He
if she
still does. My mom's, because my mom prays a lot for dead people. So of course, dead people feel comfortable coming and going in my mom's house. So when I go to my mom's house and I sleep there, to begin with, like I asked every single person that has slept at my mom's house, and everybody's like, I don't feel safe. It's fucking scary,
Your mom's house is dark.
Yes.
I hate it.
Really
I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna
freaking
go change
dark.
the baby, you
Really-
change it.
Yeah, it's dark.
I'm like, I'm holding
And then
my peace.
when her brother died, my mom was like, you're always welcome to come and visit and this and that. And she's always talking about him and inviting him over. So when we go, like we show up, you'll feel him like grabbing your feet. You'll smell flowers. The door, how my mom's doors have like the chime so that you can hear when they open and close. You can hear it, but no one opened the doors.
Yeah.
That's why I hate him.
And he's always grabbing like our feet or like just the feeling that someone just touched you, like someone just passed by and grabbed you. And we're always like, that's my deal. Like for sure.
Especially because they were closer.
Really, really close to him. Yeah. So yeah. No.
I'm not gonna say I was super close, but yeah.
And he was a prankster, so of course like
He was a major prankster.
he's a major.
I remember the story you guys told me when all the chickens like started like clucking.
Yes.
That one was always scary.
And it was like in the middle of the night. It was like, I don't think I've ever heard chickens like cluck like if it's daytime at freaking like 11 o'clock at night, 12. I'm like, that
Oh, my grandma's
just
house?
yeah.
Do you remember that story?
I'm trying to remember.
She was like,
Yes.
something happened, like and it wasn't like wolves because they said like the wolves and stuff, but it wasn't the wolves.
It
was
wasn't
something.
wolves.
Something moved something, and it scared all the chickens, and they all went and, like started clucking.
Like
and
clucking
everything.
and everything.
Ooh.
Like
That's why.
something
That's
was
why I
like,
hate that little
like if
area right
something
there
was
at your grandma's
chasing them, like if
Yeah.
something was chasing them, that's what it was sounding like. You know what I remember too? Now you're saying chicken. My uncle, he used to raise chickens and fighting the roosters. I was gonna say cocks. He used to fight cocks. But anyway, he used to do that. So he loved like roosters and chickens and whatnot. And the day that he died, we were in Mexico with your grandparents at the farm, which by the way does not have electricity. And they do the rosario, like the rosary, every night. And we were actually doing that. Then we hear a rooster, but this rooster did not like, cock-a-doodle-doo like they do. This rooster did not cock-a-doodle-doo. He laughed like a woman.
Oh, that's like a...
It was, I swear, like your grandparents, we were all in the middle of this prayer, and we just quiet for a second and looked at each other like, did we just... And no, we're not going to talk about it. Let's just pray harder.
Yeah.
And we were just praying harder. But that was like so creepy. Come to find out the next morning when I was able to get in touch with my mom, because phone service there was bad at the time. Your uncle passed yesterday.
Damn.
And then the rooster thing happened. I was like, oh my God. That was probably him. Or, you know what I mean?
It was like a calling, like, hey.
Like, hey, I'm out. Ya me fui, like I'm gone.
Hey.
Peace out. Cock-a-doodle noose.
Cock-a-doodle deuce.
Deuce. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like a lot of creepy things happening around.
Oh my God, I remember this time. Do you know the stories? Would Chris ever tell you the stories about my cousin's suegra and that doll in the corner?
Yes.
I hate
He tells
that
me all the
house.
time.
I hate
and
that
Eric
house.
tells me all the time too.
Yeah.
And they all tell me all the time.
What,
It's
she has a
fucking-
porcelain doll?
No.
Scary.
She has like something similar to like an Annabelle doll.
Oh,
She had
no
something similar to an
way.
Annabelle
Raggedy
doll.
Ann?
Not like a teddy bear. It was an actual like baby doll, like the standing ones.
Oh.
And what's it called? So she had its own little shrine, like how we have her here, but in actual like flowers.
No
and
way.
Flowers.
That's
the actual
creepy.
the candles, and it would always be dark in that corner. There's a light
Dude.
there, but it would always be dark in that corner. And I remember one time, everyone will always say it. The eyes follow you when you're walking. The eyes are following you.
Dude, she's
You
giving
see-
her like freaking her energy.
Yeah, she was very I guess she did like a lot of like voodoo and black magic and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I would never use the restroom there because I could never use it by myself. I can never like. That's why almost all her parties were always outside, because she didn't want anybody to move it or touch it, for that same reason.
That was
Because
her
it like-
eyes.
Yeah. So I remember like every time we would like go inside or go visit her, I would always hate like looking at it. So I would never pay any mind to it.
And she
till,
had it like in the middle of the house.
yeah, so it's the front door like that, like this.
It's like, those very religious people that when you open their door, they have like La Virgen or like
Okay.
Christ or whatnot. She had her
Because
doll.
this how it was, the door right here. Well, basically it just looked exactly like this. This is the opening for the hallway to where all the bedrooms and bathrooms were, and then right here it would cut off right here because it would go to the kitchen. So it was like a straight line like this with the opening, so it would always be dark there, no matter if the lights were on. Okay, stop looking there.
Looking at the corner.
Phil.
She's like, Phil,
I'm looking at Phil, like, Phil, don't
it
do
would
me
always
dirty,
be dark,
Phil.
and that's where the restroom were, like in that corner, So regardless, you had to. I would never use the restroom there. I would never use the restroom because it was always so dark.
Fuck
It was
that shit.
always
That's
scary.
freaking like she was. Yeah, that's her. A lot of witches, like really heavy witches, have their eyes. They have their eyes, what they call mis ojos, like watchful guardians. Like, so like they use one specific like doll that they make themselves, or they draw eyes on something, and it literally is like their eyes. Like it tells them, it sees things for them. You know what I
So
mean?
you think that was like her?
That was her,
eyes?
yeah. Like that was her
And that's why they were all
guardian
protected?
eyes. Yes.
Damn.
But yeah, it would always
Well,
follow.
that would make sense, because if it's like as soon as you open the door to the house,
That's the first thing you see.
it's like, okay, I'm
And it-
watching.
yeah.
I'm
whoever's in
watching
the
you.
house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it depends, because a lot of people can do that as in like it's protecting me and my family and my home, which is totally acceptable. But other times when these people know that they're gonna get a lot of bad karma, they use those to guard against those.
Yeah, but she was always known for doing like black
Bad stuff.
magic and bad stuff. And
See, so
voodoo
she was
with
just
it.
trying to
So yeah,
guard herself, you know.
So I remember one time my mom was telling me that she was sitting on the couch and then she seen the eyes look at her and move like that, like.
Fuck no.
And I remember one time I felt it too.
Yeah.
I'd walk and I felt it.
You're like, do we have to go?
I know. I would always hate, like, my grandma would be like, oh, let's pasamos, like, let's go stop by.
And your grandma was like, whatever about it?
Well, I think she did it mostly because of the babies.
Oh, okay.
You know?
She's like, let's visit, yeah.
And what's it called? Like,
It's fucking scary.
yeah. I'd be like, stay in the car. Stay in the car, bye. But no, we'd always have to go in and, Mom, can we go home, please? Can we go home? Can we go home? It's scary.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
no.
If anything, we were always outside because, you know.
Yeah. Children and pets are always more like receptible to those energies. So of course, you guys as kids, it makes sense that you guys felt so much fear and uncomfortableness being there, because you guys are more, you know, perceptive to it.
That's true.
I was always scared.
Adults
I
could be
hated
like, whatever.
Whatever, because they have so much other stuff in their mind, and then their energies are so mixed up already because they've gone through so much stuff, and so they have all kinds of mixed energies. So they're not in sync with what's around them, you know. But as children, kids are very receptive.
That is so true.
That's why I'm always like, believe kids. When they tell you they see something, like, believe it.
Yeah.
Because when I used to tell my mom I saw things, and one time I got, like, I'm not gonna say that I got raped because that's a little too much, but I did wake up butt naked one time, and I was like 8 years old. And no, I wasn't touched or whatnot, but I was like, how?
There was nothing, like
There was nothing.
And
I
no
was
one in the
all I
house.
remember is that one entity that used to visit that would like stare like right here. Like if someone's like right here on your face, looking at you like, you know? Yeah. And it was like I couldn't talk. I remember that when those things happened, I would become like immobile, and I could barely get like noise out of my mouth. And I would always try to call my mom for help. But it was
would you
like,
be in bed?
well, back then, because we were in one bedroom apartment, like we would sleep on the floor. Like it was me and then my brothers like on one side, you know, because my mom always kept us separate.
Yeah.
And I remember that I was just like, mom, like it was really, really like, mom. But that was me screaming though inside. But the sound that came out was like, mom, you know.
You think it was like sleep paralysis?
I'm pretty sure it was sleep paralysis.
Because it sounds like sleep paralysis.
Yeah. But tell me
That is
how
so
I would wake
scary.
up. I woke up naked like once or twice. Like butt naked. Like
Where would your
how?
clothes be?
Like under, like if I purposely was like, oh, in my sleep, like taking, you know how when you go to sleep in shorts and then you're like, oh, it's kind of too hot and you take them off? Like that. Like they were mixed in my blanket. Like if I took them off.
What the fuck?
But this whole time I couldn't sleep. I was freaking out because I could feel like something was looking at me. You know what I mean?
so scary.
Yeah. And all of this while I was like 7, 8 years old.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
No wonder you're so receptive to these.
Yes.
Fuck that.
And it stuck around for like years. For years.
Fuck that.
It would happen. So when
That's scary.
Yeah. I'm like, that's creepy. That's scary. And I believe it. I believe kids. I believe people when they say it. I know a lot of people mess around and they're like, oh yeah, I see ghosts, you know. But because I've seen so much stuff and seen so much stuff, I'm like,
You believe it.
I believe it.
Did I ever tell you about the story my mom had? Her friend decided to play with the like Ouija board, and she like dead ass got possessed, and she was there the whole time.
We were in middle school.
I was like, that is so fucked up.
Yes. I was a runaway to begin with. I had run away because I had some issues with my mom. I ran away. And of course, you know, I slept over at my friend's. She would creep me in through the window, like sneak me into her house when her parents would go to sleep. And I remember that one day at school, we were like, oh, we should all have like a sleepover at her house. And then we were all there. Like it was just like 4 of us and her. And she's like, oh, I have a fun thing we can do, but we have to wait until 12.
That one movie based off of her.
Yes. We wait until 12 and we're like, okay. This girl pulls out a Ouija board. Right
Like
there.
a full board or like
a full board? No, a board. A board. And then
Right.
I'm like, I don't think I
this
want to
shit away.
participate. She's like, come on, you guys. And only like 3 of them participated. I just like sat on the bed, like watching from far away. Because again, like I said, I had already seen so much stuff since I was a kid. I'm like, I'm not about to mess.
You're like, I'm not messing with that.
You're like, I don't want
No,
entry,
no,
bro.
no. Yes.
Like, give me a portal to close
So
it.
everybody got tired. Everybody was trying to go to sleep. And then this girl was obsessed because she was getting answers. You know what I mean?
Scary.
So everyone went to sleep. And then I knocked out eventually because I was like so tired. And then I get woken up by her flipping over crosses in the room.
She was doing it like herself.
She was doing it. She was flipping them over. And she was making really weird sounds.
Oh my God.
Like almost like a growling sound. And she would mumble stuff, but it was like
And the house was full?
we were all like sleeping because she had like bunk beds, so but her mom took her little brother like to her bed so that the girls could have a sleepover. So like it was like 2 girls were on the top and I was at the bottom, and then my friend was like, she had like a extra mattress, and that's where her and another friend were gonna sleep. And she was just going everywhere, and she was just acting so weird, and she was just sitting in the floor just like trying to continue to communicate with the Ouija board. But it was weird because I remember those growling sounds so clearly because I wanted to understand what she was saying.
Yeah.
But it was more like a mumble, but it sounded like a like she was just growling. Yeah. And it was like,
Oh, God.
oh my God. So this happened all night. She would not go to sleep. So in the morning, I woke up my friends, and my other friend was already watching her. We removed the Ouija board from her hands. It was hard to take it away from her. It was daytime. We opened up all the windows, and then my friend, they lived close to the freeway, and we're like, toss that fucking shit. Like, toss it in the freeway, let it get run over, destroyed, whatever. So we tossed it, right? And then we go to church. We were scared.
With the girl?
No, us, because
Oh,
she
just
wouldn't.
you guys.
She was mad at us. She was so mad at us, like she wanted to like choke us, like attack us. She was mad
Because you guys took it
because
away.
we took it away. So we left.
Girl, y'all didn't close it. Y'all
Yeah,
didn't say
no,
goodbye.
we left. We left. We went to the church, which thank God happened to be close by, like just 2 or 3 blocks away. And then we wait and we talk to a priest, and then the priest is like, well, you need to bring her so we can, pray over her and talk to her and this and that. We go back, right?
I'm getting nervous.
I know.
The
She
Ouija
had the
board
I knew
was
it.
at the door.
Oh, God.
Was at the door. And we knocked and knocked and knocked, and she just never answered the door. And we decided we're not going to go in that house. We're going to go look for her mom. I remember her mom used to work at Jack in the Box. And we went and told her mom.
And what happened?
We just, girl,
Just after that, you guys
we was
forgot?
gone. We was gone.
You guys just left?
She did not go to school for like about 3 months. Like we just not hear from her for like 3 months. And we heard, but you know how kids are, that she had to be put into like this like mental hospital for a while because she was just not herself.
Wow.
Not herself. Yeah.
That is so fucked
How
up.
old were you?
This was middle school. I was like in 7th grade.
You still talk to any of them?
No.
Your other circle?
No, I wish. Sometimes I wish because I'm like, I wonder what happened to them. Do they still remember like this horrible episode?
Imagine we all bring them over here
We
to the
bring them all over,
episode.
like reunion, and then you guys are like, guess what we brought? Ouija board.
They run, and one of us brings it and they run.
Honestly,
We out. No, yeah.
Dude,
I've
that's
never,
scary, bro.
Yeah,
even
no.
seeing them like at
This was in
Spencer's
San
and stuff, I
Diego.
get so scared.
I get scared.
Like I see it and I laugh, but then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna.
Sometimes she's like, we should like play it, but then like she's playing around, you know?
No, yeah, no.
And I'm like, no, fuck no. I'm like, don't even touch it. Bro.
No.
I know.
We don't
like,
even
I
We
look
play
at it, I'm
around
like,
too,
I'm
yeah,
like, that's
like-
so funny. Like, and I'm like, no, it's not funny.
In the back of your head,
actually.
you're like, no, bitch.
Fuck no. Like, don't.
It's
No, hell
like,
no.
Don't
good
take me
person,
serious.
bad
Like,
yeah. I'm like, I'm just joking. Yeah.
I know. Sometimes my friends too, like in Mexico, we're like, wouldn't it when we go camping? And it's like, wouldn't it
Oh,
be
hell
fun?
no, not
yeah, no, they're
camping,
like,
bro.
wouldn't it be fun if someone randomly pulls out a Ouija board and we're like, fuck you. And then, of course, they don't have one, but we're just like, nah. And everybody's like in the same, like, no, fuck you. I would get in my car and drive home right now if you pull out that shit.
I remember I was in middle school and everyone started that Charlie thing.
Yes.
I hated that they did that. They would just make it out of paper and do the pencil freaking thing. I hated when people did that. I'm like, bro, really? You're gonna freaking pull that up in front of me? Yeah. I'm walking away. I'm gonna play recess, bro.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna go be a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Luis wanted to play with that too.
Yeah.
Remember? He was doing it or something.
He did it?
He tried.
Yeah.
But I remember I got to him and I was like, look.
You're like, I'm gonna smack the
Back in my days, we played with something not similar, but within the same. We
play with the real thing.
Yeah, with the real thing. Man, I can't believe they still sell it, by the way, like at toy stores.
It's because I think they do it like as a joke now, because some people do it for like Halloween decorations. Some people just do it as a joke.
I've seen people still try to play it though.
There's a board game still at Spencer's and stuff.
I don't even like getting decorations with it.
With the Ouija.
Yeah, I don't even.
I know they're like getting like Spirit.
Image. Yeah,
so at the end of the day, it is a communication tool.
Yeah,
you know
whichever way you see it, it's still open to communication.
Yeah.
Whichever thing you get.
I mean, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when I was a kid, I remember my friends would do in a paper, like just do the letters, the alphabet, the yes and the no and the numbers, and they would ask us to just like do this with our fingers, like that, the freaking triangle. And I don't know if it was just the fear in them or what it was, but sometimes they would just start like, like they feel like, oh my God, it's pulling me. I feel like it's pulling me. I don't know if it was real or not, but I'm like, this is an actual like communication tool.
Yeah,
this is
fucking terrible.
I remember they had to like ban everything. If they saw you with it, you'd get sent to the principal's office immediately, because it was to the point where it was to the point where like they were doing it in class and it was disruptive. So they were like,
a bunch of kids would go to the bathroom and try to
the
do
bathroom
it.
like during class in the back. Like they would make it during class with paper, and then it was to the point where they were like, oh, like if we see you guys messing with it, because a lot of parents were complaining too. Yeah. So they're like, if we see you, we're gonna send you guys to the principal's office. Like don't mess with it. And then after that, I just never heard of it again. But I remember like a whole bunch of my friends were doing it, and I was like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I'm gonna go down the slide, bro. I'm going down the slide.
Honestly,
wee, all by myself. Everyone's like freaking Charlie.
I'm safe.
I'd always be like, my mama would kill me if I saw that. Or if I do this, so peace, y'all.
Yeah, no.
I hate it.
And plus, I'm just scared. So I'm like, I'm not doing that,
This is if you really don't know what you're doing. God knows who you're contacting. Honestly, like, and me personally, with this one friend, I'm just like, no, I don't fuck around with things like that. No, ma'am, no, thank you.
Yeah.
No.
That is so fucked up, man.
That and the fact of being respectful in like cemeteries, not to step on people's graves. Don't bring back home anything from the cemetery, whether it's a toy, a flower.
Like sometimes I've been wanting to go to the cemetery, like just to like pay my respects and stuff, and like for the kindness of my heart. But I'm just like, sorry, but I'm not gonna step foot into a cemetery. Like when we walk past it,
I know.
And then one thing, like,
I was like, we should
like
go.
do not ever, like, if you not necessarily from the cemetery, but if you ever go to a funeral, never go straight home after the funeral. Always go somewhere else. And as you leave the funeral at the at the cemetery, like, stomp your feet 3 times, shake off energies, and say, I do not take anything with me. I do not allow any energies to attach to myself. And then go somewhere else first, like a store or something, before you come home, because there's been a lot of people that have had like entities attached to them or spirits.
Damn,
that's scary.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah. That's scary.
I'm like this with my blanket because I'm fucking scared.
I know how you were talking about how you just don't want to bring anything about the Ouija board. I remember looking at the little ashtrays, the little mini ones.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I've been wanting to.
She was like, look. I was like, oh, cute.
I know.
There's a mini one and then there's a big one, and I've been looking and I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
They have like the Ouija board mugs and the Ouija board.
I'm just like, bye.
I'm like, I understand. It's like a Halloween spooky, but that's
I feel like even if like you don't know about it, like you're still gonna be tempted, Because all the movies and stuff, you're still gonna be
Isn't that
tempted
crazy?
to like mess with it.
Like, is it
tempted-
real? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like it's not gonna do anything, you know. So let me just do it, you know.
Yes.
Is it real?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm not about to find out.
I don't know, you can find out on your own.
Exactly. Yep.
Shit, you can find out all you want, but leave me out of it.
Yes.
I'm going home now.
I'm going out of town.
You know those smart people in scary movies that are like, I'm not gonna get involved in this, and they leave. Yeah, those are the only ones that survive.
Right? And then sometimes, you know what's funny though? When they do that, like, I'm leaving, and they leave and whatever, and
they're like,
then it stays like that. I feel like leaving too with them in the movie. Like, okay, the
Yes.
movie's done.
I know. Oh my god.
Well, that was good. Let's go.
Like there's this new, not new. I keep saying, it's Talk to Me. I don't know. I mentioned.
It's
I
kind of
mentioned
new.
it. It's kind of new, but it's like the same thing with like the Ouija board, but it's a hand. It's a ceramic hand. So what you say is, you grab the hand and you say, I allow you to enter me or something like that.
Oh wow, my gosh!
Yeah.
Just with that alone.
Yeah. And so I guess like you leave the chair open in front of you. You leave this when you're sitting in. You grab the hand because it's like shaking the other hand, you know.
Oh my
So
gosh!
the hand grabs you like that. So like if you go like that.
No.
Just do it. Okay,
I'm not.
you do it, baby. You do it.
I'm not.
You do it. So it just goes like that. Like the hand, like she'll have your hand, and then it just goes like that. That's it. It'll close, and it's a ceramic. It's a ceramic hand, you know.
No,
And literally, so the hand it stays stuck. So how they played it
it
is
stays stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that.
Okay.
how they,
Like it
how
stays stuck.
Look at
Yeah.
how she
play it,
looks,
how
bro.
they play it. How they play it is they say don't go above 60 seconds, because then it's giving it more time to enter your body and get stuck. So
Okay.
like the main scene that like my blanket's all sliding down.
I know, right?
The main scene that shows is when she grabs a hand, she gets knocked back like this, and then she goes like this, and her eyes are like white, you know, and her like you can tell her face has changed, you know, it's more like grungy type, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like this one thing, so she's grabbing the hand and she's stuck, so they're timing it, because if you leave it longer than the 60 seconds that it does, it gets more attached to you and stuff, and it's gonna stay with you, you know, it's gonna be harder for the hand to come off, you know. So she was looking at, everyone's like, no, don't play it, and there was a little boy there that one of the sisters had to take care of. So the girl who was possessed in that thing, she at first like saw it and let it go because she saw somebody there, because you have to say it like a couple times before it actually gets stuck, you know. So she saw it, she was like, no, you guys are lying. She saw like a huge like a slimy wet person, dead person, and it was like a woman like down, like all like weird, like probably pulled out from the grave basically looking, you know.
Yes.
So what's it called? She looks at the boy and then she says, "I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you." It's like,
Oh my
oh,
gosh!
it's so funny.
I'm all like, it's Daisy's crying. She's crying. She's like,
It's
the end. Cut.
it's pretty scary because it's like it's attached to the kid. You know, they do it again. The little kid does it this time because they're like, everyone have a go, have a go, have a go. You know.
Yeah.
So the sister was telling the boy, don't do it. You know,
That's
like
so
don't be
dumb.
dumb, don't do it. And he was like, please, let me do it.
Like
Like I
when
want to
people-
see. So I guess the little kid gets stuck on it for too long that they can't take off the hand anymore. They can't take it off, so his hand is just stuck there.
Oh
on the
my
hand.
goodness.
He can't take it off anymore, and he like throws it, like he like swings people with it. You know, like it's hard. You know, so what he ends up doing is because they can't take it off. That thing is telling it to kill himself. So he's like banging his head on like the edge of the table like this, like edge. Yeah. He's banging and banging and banging and banging and banging it, and they don't ever say, because you're supposed to say like goodbye to it, like you're supposed to pull it off, that's it, So they end up pulling it off him like way too late, and this kid is like, his head is bashed in, like broken. His head is like broken in, and like they can't wake him up anymore, and then like they send him to like a hospital and stuff, and like he's like kind of like in a coma, but he still has that thing in him.
Oh, fuck no.
Well, just from the moment they say, I allow you to enter in communication with me or with me, you don't need 60 seconds. That's all they need. Wow.
We should watch the movie.
No, thank you.
This is like,
I get so scared during these.
Yeah.
I get scared when I do tarot reading, and then sometimes I'm just like, I don't want this energy around me.
You're like, get off of me.
Get off me. Look, I close this communication circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And you clap.
And I
3
cannot
times.
imagine having someone like literally shake the hand, which is the general gesture of a deal.
Right? Like,
You know what I
deal,
mean?
like,
I'm
deal.
dealing with death.
Yeah.
To communicate with, like, you know, sorry, I keep hitting my mic.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
It is so
Again,
scary.
all of those things have a reason why you should never do them.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Do not open circles and doors
Look
that
like
you're
this.
not going to be able to open.
I'll put a picture up.
But that's what it looked like, basically.
Well, this
It
is
just
what
stands
looked
like it stands like that. So you shake it and then you grab it.
Yeah.
And what is this? Some kind of game?
Yeah.
That
It's
is so
everybody in a
stupid.
circle, you know, this one guy gets it from how they got it is because like of a party thing where this one guy gets it and this one guy ends up killing, I think he kills himself and his brother. Or guess one of them survived or something to say, hey, you know, like you guys have to do it this way.
Obviously, there's always that one survivor.
to say,
I'm a
"Don't use it this way,"
survivor. I
you know?
remembered Reba in McIntyre for some reason.
A single mom who works too hard.
Sorry.
But yeah, it was like
Cut the tension real quick right there.
Thank
All right.
God. Thank you.
I'm a survivor. Walks
Yeah.
out of that scary house of slaughter.
it was a pretty good. I liked the movie. It was pretty funny to be honest.
I like movies like that, but again, it's just to me, it's just more like people are so stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I
You're
mean?
like, are you serious?
Are you freaking serious,
It
dude?
makes you
Have
not
you
wanna watch
not
it.
seen enough paranormal and scary ass movies?
I have a theory that like scary movies don't exist in those kinds of movies.
What do you mean?
Like there's no such thing in that universe.
Oh, okay.
In that cinematic like scary movie universe, there's
Yes.
no such thing as scary movies.
Yeah, 'cause they would know
obviously,
better.
They would know better.
They would know better.
Like we would know better.
Mm-hmm.
You hear like fuck no.
As it is right now, it's like we would know better than to mess around with the Ouija board, than to try the Charlie thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But someone else would be like, "Oh, I've never heard about it. That sounds interesting. Let's try it." Not with me.
Ah, so funny. Like, no, bitch.
No.
Leave me alone.
Anyway,
Oh, wait, I keep hearing something. I guess again. Well, anyway, guys, that was.
This was a fun episode.
It was a really great episode. Yeah, this is
Spooky
your mama.
stuff. A lot of spooky
yo,
stuff.
mama. Yo, mama. That's it.
This is your
Bye.
mama.
Yeah. We'll be back with more creepy stories and theories and whatnot.
Yeah.
Throughout the month of October? You
Yeah.
should add just the Dia de Muertos, like, for, like, you know what I mean? Just, like, to explain to people. There's a lot of people that are not Latinos or Mexicans that don't understand the Dia de Muertos, what it's all about. You know what I mean?
That sounds good.
So,
We're gonna watch some of Coco. We're like
honestly.
spooky. I mean Coco.
Today's scary movie is Coco.
No music.
No music. Miguel.
No music.
She really had him like not using music. That's fucked up, bro.
He had a
As a
freaking addict
Mexican?
of a guitar, bruh.
Honestly,
I know.
Mexican
when
without
the,
music?
When the
Come on.
freaking mariachi's going off. No music.
I know.
And she like throws the freaking chancla at them.
That chancla, man, that famous chancla.
Now, what do they listen to? You know what I mean? How
Nothing.
do you
You
delete?
can't even hum.
I think she was just sweeping.
For real, huh?
Because that's a melody, that's music.
Damn.
That sucks.
You can't
though.
be like, that's music to my
imagine,
ears.
like,
You know?
They can't
Can you
even sing
imagine?
happy birthday to the Virgin.
They're like, happy birthday.
There's a lot of little, like, ¿cómo se llaman esos, like,
Plot holes.
plot holes in this whole, like, grandma not wanting music? Because, yeah.
Right.
So when it's someone's birthday, do they not sing happy
They're
birthday?
like happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
That's still a tune.
And as a very religious abuela, for December, you know that they're supposed to sing to the Virgin. So, there's
She's not a real Mexican.
Nah, this is not a Mexican story for real.
Right.
No music. Anyway. This was great. Thank you guys for inviting me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, of
For
course.
being with us.
Yeah,
It was
thanks for
fun.
being with us. Hopefully, maybe you could join us on another spooky sessions.
I would love to.
Because you have such a diverse range of stories that are just so fun.
You're so scary.
Yeah, she gets us into the really scary shit that we're like,
We wanted to talk about like Chucky, you know, like, and I'm like, well, in reality, what really happened was
Chucky scary as fuck.
the way
my
he
God,
got
in the
possessed.
beginning, I was always scared of him.
I think Chucky was like the scary ones were 1 and 2, like Chucky 1 and 2, because then after that, Child's Play actually it's called, but we all call it Chucky. And then the rest just became like
Dumb.
dumb.
I hate that one. Do you know the one with the girl who's like in a wheelchair?
No.
No, never mind. I'm done. We're cutting. Okay, guys. Bye. Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode.
Thank you for watching Spooky Sessions.
Thank you for
and
watching
hopefully
Spooky Sessions. I hope you guys like this episode.
Give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up,
like.
comment, and subscribe to our channel.
The girlies that get it.
And the girlies that don't. Ooh, she
Oh,
watches.
girl, yes, I did. That's the one thing I remember from you guys' show. Just kidding.
Okay, we're not having her back. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.